everyone, it's Nat. Hope everyone's doing well. So today I'm starting on the next signature that I'm going to do for my monthly signature swap. I also went to the second-hand shop today, surprise, surprise. Gave myself a limit though, and I was under that limit, so that was good. So I just grabbed a few things. I grabbed these rolls of contact. They're unicorn ones, if you can see the unicorn on there. This one's like fairies and unicorns. I seem to be collecting a fair bit of unicorn stuff. It's not my style, but I'm sure it is someone's, and I can make a really cool like pink and purple sugary recipe journal, I reckon, with that lot sometime. So that'll be fun to make. I got this ribbon, nice gold one for Christmas stuff. Same with this. I thought that might be really good on the cover of a Christmas journal or something. Not exactly sure whether it's all separate bits. It looks like it. So there's some of these sequins and some like gold beads and some gold cord. Lots of the beads. So and there's ones with hearts too. I thought they were really cool. So they'll be nice trims for a Christmassy journal, I reckon. They had some. Now I was going to say seam binding, but it's not. It's your bias binding. But I do like using this for some things. So for collaging, and I've used a bit on the corner edges of a journal cover before as well. And then I grabbed these two pillowcases because they're beautiful lace ones, and they've got your, lace circles there that I can cut out, and then the lace edging that will be really nice as well. And they're in beautiful cream colour, so I'll be able to use the linen as well. It's really nice, so I thought they were a good find. So yes, I'll just get my grease-proof paper. So the theme for the signature that we are doing this month is, I think it's like favourite classic authors. I was a little bit confused as to what to do because I don't read much anymore, and there was only one author that I can say was sort of like my favourite, and he's not necessarily classic, but after doing an inquiry I found out that it would be allowed, so that's good. So it's a bit different and it's probably not to most people's taste, but I'm doing Stephen King. So yeah, I've got a few of his books out of the recycle bin that were really old and ratty, so I've been able to utilise some of the covers and pages out of them, and then I've printed a whole lot of stuff. So I have folded a piece of black cardstock with some, I think this one was onion skin dyed paper. Just take that out to form my 8 pages for my signature. So they're cut a bit rough, so hopefully no one looks at them too close. I'm hopeless at cutting anything straight. So I have this gorgeous picture from It, which everyone would know, I'm sure. And I have slit a little hole, if you can see that, just here to be able to slip in a little tag. So it's sort of like a hidden tuck spot thing. So I think we might start by gluing this down and hope that I don't glue the hole closed. So we'll see how I go with this. Yeah, so where I want to put that is on this page, I reckon, because I want to make this page more stable for what I want to do on that side. So I thought if I stick this cardstock to that, that'll make it nice and sturdy then. So I'll take this black piece away. So it'll be going on that side. So now my inks. What I might do is give it a quick ink. Although I can do that afterwards, I think, too. No, I might do it beforehand. Just get my little inky thing. Black ink. So I thought, why not do something a bit different? I don't like doing what everyone else is doing at the time all the time. So I thought there's probably not many people that will be doing Stephen King. So yeah, I'm just going to go around the edges a bit because it's white cardstock. You know, it shows up a bit when it gets cut, the white edges, and we don't want that. We want it all gloomy. So this is going to be a fun one. Not sure whether I should try and ink. I'll just rub a bit of ink along where I've cut the slit there. Don't think it will show up too much. No, that's all right. All right. See how we go here. Now we want it on the top piece of the slit to stick it down. I'll give it a good coating there. Make sure we get it to the corners. And then we want to go carefully along this bottom edge, like that. A bit of glue on there, we don't want that either, so I'll just let that dry off a bit. Let's see how crooked I cut it. It's not too bad. Don't mind if it's, I can trim off any edges. It's not going to let me wiggle it too much, but that's all right. There, that's a bit better. Might end up just sticking some washi or something up there. It's a bit crooked, but I don't want to rip the paper by neatening it up too much. So I think that'll do. All right, stick those bits down that we glued. And that's going to need a bit of time to dry before I put the tag in there. Now I'm just going to stick my scissors in and make sure that it's not sticky down there at all. No, that feels pretty good. All right. So just let that one dry. So while that's drying, we can start on the cover. So for the cover, I have cut out, this come out of a book. It's a bit wrinkled and that, but it doesn't matter. It is junk journaling, so, and I actually quite like the way it looks. Sorry if you're getting glare off of that. It is very silver and shiny. Yeah, and then a picture of the author himself, Stephen King. It's got a bit of embossing from the letters, but once you stick it down, it's not as noticeable, so I'm hoping that'll be all right. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is, there is a bit of purple in the letters, so I thought, I've been doing a bit of this lately, I might put a bit of purple satin down with some black lace over the top, and then put his picture on top of that. And I think that might look quite nice, so I will cut some of this out, do my horrible crooked cutting as usual. I'm just thinking of how much do I want. I think I want to go somewhere like that. Doesn't matter if this is rough, because I might put some trims around the edge depending on how it looks once I've done the lace. Love this satin. Now I've got this lace, which goes really nicely on the top. So it would be sort of like this with his picture. Unless I do it the whole way over, I'll just see how it looks if it's the whole way over. That would be on there. That's quite nice too, isn't it? Darn, I might have to do it something like that. But I might keep it quite junky, and we don't need the satin to cover the whole lot. So I might just chop it off where the crease is, I reckon. Just neaten it up a bit. Just want to get it a bit straighter than what it is. A little bit better. It's quite crooked, so I'll take that off as well. Sorry if I'm out of camera, it's just easier to hold it here to get it a bit more square. Don't mind the frayed bits really either. They'll be under the lace. Now that's nowhere near square. It's a tad better. I'm going to chop some of this off. Very crooked, but let's see how it looks under the lace. Oh yeah, that looks alright. You don't really notice how crooked and that it is. So, just thinking how I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to do quite a light coating here. I should have brought out a card or something. Let's see what I've got hanging around. This might do. Alright, so we want it about here. That'll do, just make sure it's a bit dry before we put the lace, the satin down, or else it will show through. If it shows through a little bit, it doesn't matter, because again, once you put the lace on, it hides the messiness a bit. Fortunately, because I'm very messy. Alright. Now, cut a piece of lace. Now I'll cut this oversize and then trim it off afterwards, because there's no way I'll get it straight. Whatever bits are off cuts I use for all my tags and that, so it's almost big enough that way. It is, but I don't like the way the little leaves are going. I think I put it. Don't know if they go the same both ways or not. It's not too bad though. Alright, trying to remember how I did this last time too, so I didn't make too much mess. I think I glue sticked this actually. So we'll give that a go. And I did glue stick over the top of my satin as well. I'm going to have to use a lot of glue stick. Get it over here. It's very messy. It's hard to get it to cover that satin. But as long as it sticks in most of the spots, it doesn't matter too much. Now it takes a while before it sort of grips, so I've just got to keep patting it for a bit. And then usually the corners don't stick very well, so I just go and add a bit of fabric glue or whatever to the corner bits and the edges if needed. Alright, that's starting to stick now. Doesn't that look nice? Those colours together are beautiful. So yeah, that's pretty well stuck. Now, what we might do is start getting this down and then trim it off afterwards. I'll just make sure that my pages will open up. Yep. So they're not stuck together, which is good. And we'll ink around this. Sorry about the brightness, maybe I shouldn't stick this on yet. I'll stick this on last, just so it doesn't blind you every time you look at the page. So yeah, this was just the title of the first page of one of his books. And I just fussy cut in and around the letters so that the black of this would show through. That'll do for that. Now I'm probably going to put lace around his picture, so I will ink it though, just to get some black in a bit further as well. I might change my mind, and knowing me, I'd forget to ink if I did. So I'll just make it not so white. There. Alright, move that out of the way. So what I might do next is grab my ribbon and see if what I'm thinking will work. My little scissors, it's the biggest mess here. Alright, now I'm just going to cut some ribbon because I think that'll go nice around his face. Just move this out the way and let that glue stick dry a bit more while we're doing this. Get the right side as the ribbon. Now I think I like to do, actually what I might do is use my little glue. It's a lot finer, I can get it where I want it a lot better. Try and get it on semi-straight. There's a bit of a glue string there. They're like spider webs. Very annoying. Now what I do is just stick these long bits on, and then I just trim the edges so that they're sort of like mitered edges. I think that's the word that you use. Makes it look a bit neater. So I don't put glue over the ribbon there, and that way I can lift and cut. There's a little bit of glue there I want to get off. It's about 11 o'clock here in South Australia. I always want to glue stuff at about this time of night. Should be going to bed, but it's like so nice and quiet. Put the little pin in the top of my glue. Get this on before it dries. Hopefully they're somewhat straight. I usually have to have my face so close to this sort of stuff to get it straight. But if I do that, you won't be able to see it. You'll see the top of my head, which isn't so pretty, so that'll do. Okay, so now what I do is just cut these ones about even. Doesn't matter if they're just under, so that they don't stick out the edge. And then with these bits, I'll just put the lid on my glue stick too before I forget. Wind it back down a bit. Now with these bits, I cut them on the corner angle, like that. so it makes a nice corner. And then if there's a little bit sticking up like that, then I just trim that off afterwards. So I've got to get it the right way, like that. Do this one up that way is easier for me. And then you can just stick these bits down with a bit of extra glue. I'll trim the corners after I've stuck them, I think, because then I'll know how much needs to come off. So I'll grab me little glue again. And then just stick these, the little corner bits that you didn't stick before, you stick them down now that you've cut them. So I'll put a little bit of glue on the ribbon underneath. And then stick that down like that. Corner's not perfect, but it'll do. Now I've stuck that one. No, I haven't. There goes my fridge talking to us. Now, I think this is the last one. So now that they're stuck down, you can go around and just trim the corners. Like there's a little bit sticking out, if you can see it, just the top there. So just trim that off a little, although it's not going to matter too much because it is on a black backing. You won't notice it as much. That corner I didn't do too well, but it doesn't matter. That'll look a bit better. Now we will trim around our lace. So yeah, see, bits like that will stick down after we've trimmed it. Just have to be careful here. This is a bit fiddly. I'll do a rough trim and then we'll do a bit of a finer trim afterwards. Move him or else you'll get lace dust all over him. I'm so messy. Although I watch all these other people craft and they're pretty messy too, so goes with the job. Now do this bit. So as I said, these big bits will get reused. Now what I'll do is grab my little sewing scissors because they're a lot sharper. Just go along these edges a bit finer. It'd be good if I had that like fast forward on the videos for you at this stage. Let's do something about my editing. Not sure whether you can do that with YouTube. I don't think you can. And I think most people use their phones, so they use like programs that I'm not aware of. What I'll do is do the fine trimming afterwards off camera because you don't need to watch me do that. So I might leave that for now. I'll do that afterwards. You get the gist anyway. I'll just go around and cut all those bits off. Now, there are a few corner bits that can do with just a little bit of fabric glue. So I'm just going to use my fine glue just to go around the very corners there and stick it down. That one's pretty good. So I can do it a little bit just along the edge in the corner. And this one can be done. Alright. Got it. So fiddly trying to get that in. Okay, so Stephen will go there. That looks heaps better actually with that ribbon around it. I do have some other little lacy bits that I might cut out and do as well, but we'll see. We'll get this done first. So we're probably looking at having that about there and him about here, I reckon. So we'll stick him on. I will move this out the way so it doesn't blind you again. Use my fabric glue on this. Use a fair bit because it's glossy on that side. Now, on that, about there. Just check that straight because I'm filming on an angle which isn't very helpful. I think that'll do. Alright, we'll put the words on last, I reckon, just so they don't annoy you with the glare. So we'll put that aside to dry for a bit. And we'll get back to our it page. And I just realised it just fell on the floor. Just hang on a minute. Just go and grab it real quick. Always the way. Slid halfway across the kitchen. Okay. Put it there. Now, the other thing I did for this one is, if I can find them, I've got bits and pieces everywhere here, is this. Isn't that creepy? Yeah, that's the new it, I think. I think this one's the old one, the original, and then this is the new one. So the idea is here's a tag, and we can slip him in here. Now, he'll fit, sort of, yeah, like that. So if we put him in sideways, he sort of fits. So that's what we're going to do. I know it's creepy and morbid and stuff, but yeah, something different. So I'll give him an ink because he's a bit white around the edges. So I didn't want to fussy cut him like too much because he'll just bend and break a lot easier when you put him in and out of his little spot. So better. And I wanted a balloon, and I was looking, I thought I'll stamp a balloon and like colour it in, but all the balloons I had were like solid stamps, and I didn't really have a deep red that I could use because I'm pretty sure that its balloons are always red. So I drew one, so don't mind my drawing, and coloured it in with my new Micador markers, which I hadn't used. So that was good. I've used them for something now. So I'm thinking of sticking the, and that's going to be like that tag thing for him. I'm thinking of sticking it down though, and just having the string, and you pull him out with the string, or else it's just going to flop around, but we'll see. First we've got to get some string to join them, which I think I have here in my pile of stuff. This is really nice. This is good for book binding. It's a real thick, I don't know if it's nylon or what, thread, so thought that will be nice and strong. Now, I was thinking of trying to do a bow on here, but last time I tried to do a bow on film, it took me like 10 goes or something, because I fumble a lot. See what I mean? Because it has to be a real little one too. So if I get started with one side, then I can double knot the other side, and I like the look of a bow. Just not good at doing them. If I do a big one, I might be able to pull it. It'd have to be a real big one for my fumbly fingers. If I can get that around. Don't know if I can actually. I know, here we go. Do it the way that I should be doing it. Oh, nearly had it then too. It keeps coming off. Gotta hold it. Oh my goodness, I think I did it. Now, just gotta pull that, and then I want to make it a bit smaller. Oh, how does that look? That don't look too bad. Goodness me. I'll have to put some glue on it though, so that it stays, because I'll be devastated if it comes off. It's a bit thick, but... Alright, before I do anything else, I'm going to get a little bit of glue on that knot. I think that'll do. I surprised myself. Okay, so I'll probably like stick that down around there. What I'll do is trim the little edge bit just a tad. Don't mind that sticking out somewhere. Be better if it's stuck down, but that'll be alright. Now, how long do we want it? Not quite as long as it is. So just trim that a bit. Now I'm thinking I might double it and stick it like that. Just might hold a bit better if I do it like that. I don't think that's too long because it will just curl around on the paper. So I'll get that stuck down on the top of his head. Put a fair bit of glue there. Trying to get it where I want it. There. I'm just going to put some pressure on it for a minute. There. I think that's going to stay now. The pin keeps sticking to my fingers. It's like, why can't this be easy? All right. Make sure this is going to close. Yep. Not too much trimming that we have to do with that, so that's good. So yes, just have to do something up there because I didn't do that too neatly. But that's alright, it can be fixed. A bit of ribbon or something sometime. Now I've got to let that dry, so what I might do next is show you this. It's a Project Life card, I think it is, just a plain grey one that I've folded over to make a little book cover. And I've got some more of the, I don't know whether it's tea dyed or onion skin dyed paper that I have just cut to fit, and I've rounded the corners on so they match the rounded corners on this, and I'm going to make a little book out of that. And it's going to have Creep Show. That's another one of Stephen King's. yeah, that's going to be on the front, sort of like a magazine or whatever, and that will go in a tux, but I'll probably do a creep show page. I think it's going to be, hang on, I know what I did wrong, bent this the wrong way because that's meant to be there. I was going to say, that's right, I want to do a creep show page here. So I might just get this together so it's ready to put into that when I get the rest of it done. And then this will all be dry and we can figure out what we're going to do with that. And then that'll probably be it for today, I reckon. So we'll ink around this, which I thought I already did, but it doesn't, no, I didn't do that yet. That needs a lot of ink. So I better get started on this because we've only got a few, well, a week, say, left to do it, and I take forever, so I take forever figuring out what I want to do, and then, you know, I procrastinate and take forever to get started on it. So I was in the mood tonight, I thought I'd just get on and do it while I've got an idea of what I want to do. So I'll stick that onto the cover, and then that can dry while we stick some pages together. So yeah, all these bits so far were printed. I just looked up about his books and movies and printed what bits and pieces I like the look of. Because it's getting gifted or whatever, I thought the copyright and that doesn't matter so much. I probably shouldn't say that. But yeah, the Stephen King title I took off of one of his books. That looks pretty cool, fits nice on there. So with these pages, we're just going to use, if I can find a decent washi tape, we're just going to put them in with some washi. So I keep my washi in this fishing tackle box at the moment. It won't be in here for long because I'll get too much. Some nice black stuff there. Oh, some of this might be good. Oh, I like the look of that. I think that marble one will be nice with the grey and stuff. So I might use that one. Yeah, so I've got the washies in there and then the ones down here as well. I've sort of got my favourites up here. And the ones I've been gifted. So what we'll do is stick these pages together first and then we'll stick them in the book. I'm not going to be too neat with this. I'll just rip the washi. Now, we need it about that long. Just make sure they're pretty even. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm really bad at getting this stuff straight too. Actually, I probably should. Oh no, it might be alright in this actually. I usually put the glue, the stick glue on it to make sure it stays, but if it comes up at all then I can just put the glue on it then. I'll do this one. Because it doesn't feel like the stickiest, this one. So I'm not even getting it all the way, but it doesn't matter. Still gonna hold it. Alright, so that's those pages stuck together. And I'll just do the same to stick them in here. Just make sure that they're fitting in there good first. It's not too bad. Hold that down, move that a little bit. It's a nice easy way of making a little booklet, journaling booklet. thought I'd better add some journaling spaces to it, since, you know, a lot of it's going to be black and embellished and that. I want to add something that the recipient can write in. I don't know what they'd write in this one. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whoever gets it, what they think of it, because yeah, it's a bit dark. Different. But hey, I just can't do pretty all the time. Overhangs a bit, but I can trim that if it bothers me too much. Alright, so that's going to be that. So I'll probably show you what I'm going to do with the page for that tomorrow or the next day. You won't be seeing this till the recipient's got it too, so yeah, when you see it I would have done it a couple of weeks back. So this should be nice and dry. Yeah, it's a little tacky but not too bad. So if we stick him in there, it's going to pull out alright. Now I've got to decide, do we want this? See, I don't really want it hanging. I would have made it shorter if I wanted it hanging. We can just stick the balloon. I was almost going to try and stick it under his fingers or something, which would be pretty cool. It could go up there. I'm thinking around here or something would be good. And then the person can just pull it in and out like that. I think that's the way to go. So we'll stick that down there. Now, I might use my little glue. Oh, if I can get the pin off my finger. Make sure we get some over the knot, just to make sure it stays. I'll put him about there. Yeah, that'll do. Holding that knot bit down just for a little bit, and I'll put the pin back in my glue. I think I've got to clean it off. It's getting a bit mucky. I kind of like that. So that's going to be that page. As I said, I'll find something to put up here, a bit of washi or some ribbon or something, or just ink it or something, just so it doesn't stand out so much. Yeah, so he'll be able to just pull on that, get his little head out, and the rest of him will come out. It can be written on if wanted to. Might ink that up after too, but for now that's alright. So I might leave him out a bit just to make sure he dries properly. So that'll be that one. So the last thing that we'll do is stick the words on, and then I will go off camera and trim it so it looks a bit neater, but that's actually going to look really nice, I reckon. So yeah, get these words on. Open that up a bit more. Now, I reckon about there. Just check that that's straight-ish. I think that will do. Alright, so that will be the cover. Once I've trimmed it, it should look a lot better. Might still put some little bits off of this onto there sometime, but I'll have a think about that. So, and then this will slip, if I can open it up. Don't know, I think that's one of my hairs. Don't want to give that to the recipient. And this will be opened up. So, yeah, that's going to look alright actually. And that's, I still have to work on that page. And then this page will be the one that we do a creep show stuff. And then that page here, I want to do got this black envelope, and so I might actually do a flip with the envelope like that and have a tuck spot there. So I'll be doing that as well, but I've got to figure out what I'm going to put on that one. Yeah, so I think I'll do that all tomorrow. That is enough for tonight. So thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, and I hope everyone's doing well. See you later.